Hello, my name is Philip and I'm the owner of Sunflower Soap. And I've been promising you to show you my lemongrass oatmeal soap. And I did have a chance to get it made, but I've been having some computer problems, so I'm just going to show you the finished product still in the mold. And I'm going to show you one of the common things that normally happens with cold process soap. I also got some mechanic soap. It's very similar, but it's a dark brown color. And I've got my laundry soap made up today. It's in the little mold I showed you. I want to give you a peek at what it looks like in the mold, not just cut up or listen to me talk about it a little bit. Let's start with the lemongrass. It's in my wooden molds. It's kind of heavy. But I've got my wooden mold here, and you can see it right on the ends. I hope you can see. You can see right on the ends where it's kind of like a white color. This thing shows up better. And what that is in the middle part where it's a darker color, that's from when it heats up to the gel stage, and right here on the end where it's a lighter color, it didn't heat through as well. And that soap's typically a little bit softer, but it's fine to use. Normally what I do is I'll cut it off right here, 1 or 2 bars or whatever it takes to clean it up so it's a nice uniform color. And these I'll use myself, or I'll use give them away as samples to somebody that asks me for some soap. You can see on both ends of this that there's a white color on both ends. Now that just means the soap didn't heat through long enough. Maybe it could have been a little bit warmer when it went in the mold, and that's just one of the problems. And another thing is your recipe can determine how much heat it generates. This one heats up quite a bit, but some of them don't heat up very much at all, and some of them I don't even put a lid on because they heat up way too much. It just depends on the ingredients. I found that if you use like palm kernel flakes and a lot of palm products, it really heats up a lot. And that's just a tip you need to mark down when you're making your recipes and things. This is my mechanic soap, and you can see it has a little bit of discoloration on both ends, but it's perfectly fine to use. And that's just one of the problems you run into when you have a narrow mold like this, and especially a real long one. If you had a big loaf like a square, like a cake pan size, then you still get a little bit in the corners, but it wouldn't be as much. The laundry soap that I make, I showed you in one of my other videos that I use a box, just a priority box. It's an old box, and I just cut it in half. It's one of the flat boxes, and I put a trash bag in it as a liner. So what I do with this is I cut it up in something that looks like coconut shredded. And inside this, I just poured the soap into here. Trying to get you a good image here. It's hard with the lighting in here. It's also so white that it may not show up. But it's within about maybe 2 inches of the top. And when you do this, you just have to figure out how much material you can stick in here. It may take you several times to get the right amount, or you may want to cut your box down to fit your recipe. I mean, you really should never have more than about 2 inches on top. And my other molds that I showed you, but I don't fill it to the top. It's got like a finger width here. At least 1 knuckle of space on it, and that allows me to put the lid on here. And also on the end, if I only fill it up to where my finger is, then that gives me about a normal sized bar of soap. So all my recipes are formulated to this size box to fill it up to a certain amount. And sometimes when I do the small mold, let me grab one real fast. My small ones make 6 bars of soap, and I do them the same. I only fill them up so full, and that gives me a bar of soap about the same as my hand. Very common to what you're going to buy in the store from a commercial manufacturer. Well, that's about all I have for you today. I mean, I've got to go cut this stuff, and it's going to take me a while, and I'll try to get another video out to you soon. Thanks for watching.